impassioned rhyme when the moon her sickle swings. The passing day, the night to be, these are the joys of Arcady.
The passing day, the night to see, these are the joys of Arcady. So merry maids its tread, and crown your hearts with flowers. Let youth and pleasure wed, the joy of life is ours. In Arcady life flows along, as careless as the shepherd's song. The serpent bites along the lea. In Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady life drifts along, as lightsome as the pixie throng. The sport beneath the greenwood tree. In Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady, in Arcady.
The dance. Ah, that is life.
And the life of the dance is Chrysaea.
I only laugh and dance as the birds sing for the sheer joy of life.
Now who's for the woods? There's food to be gathered.
Oh, but here comes Sombra, and even more thoughtful than usual. Why, Sombra, you look troubled.
Oh, Crysaea, I have such a story to tell you.
A story? Oh, tell us, Sombra.
When I told you my dreams, you mocked me.
No, I only laughed. I laugh at everything.
You will not laugh at our great serpent story.
Our great serpent?
Has he come back?
I met him even now as I sang and danced by the restless river. He has been far, far away, so far that at last he reached the shores of another land.
Another Arcadia?
Oh no, not a bit like Arcadia. A land peopled by savages.
Savages?
Yes, they call them the English. They crowd together in a place called London and live in cages.
Cages?
Yes. Cages of brick and stone. They even sleep in them.
Sleep in cages?
Yes. They never see the fairies that dance at night to the music of the nightingale. The incense of flowers never soothes their nostrils. They breathe instead the stifling fog of a never-ending smoke.
Oh, poor monsters!
Oh, yes, poor indeed. And what do you think? They cannot even tell the truth.
Oh, not tell the truth? Why, Sombra, what else could one tell?
They make do with an ingenious substitute they call the lie.
The lie? What is the lie?
I cannot tell. The great serpent says, only knows it is the thing that is not. In that sunless land so far across the river, all the people can tell it. They say it is as easy as the truth, and ever so much more useful.
I bring news. A stranger has come to Arcady.
A stranger? Where?
On that hill, look.
Hail, stranger! Welcome!
Ah, my children, bless your happy faces. Why, you look younger than ever.
You know us then?
Time, one at a time.
What do they call you?
When I call time, I call myself. I am time.
Time? Why, I remember you. But why have you been away for so long?
That's why you look so young. To tell you the truth, I had forgotten you.
Forgotten us?
And I had forgotten you completely if I hadn't met your great serpent. Since the days before the flood, when the earth was mainly mud, where the mammoth met the mighty mastodon, I've been saddled with the birth of policeman to the earth. I'm the man who keeps creation moving on. But I had so much to do that I'd quite forgotten you. Yes, I skipped you as a schoolboy skips a page. So I fear you're in arrears, just about 3,000 years. For with you, I see it's still the golden age. To every race and every clime, I set the pace and call the time from Camberwell to Kandahar, but I quite forgot Arcadia.
To every race and every time, he sets the pace and calls the time from Camberwell to Kandahar, but he quite forgot Arcadia.
I've supplanted Jove and Zeus, I've assisted to reduce mighty Athens to a little sport of Greece. I have watched the legions pass from the ranks of shining brass to the plain but solid copper of police. I have changed the fashion's mode from the ancient Britons' woad when they dyed themselves a lovely shade of blue. To society today, which exhibits, strange to say, an alarming similarity of hue. To every race and every time, I set the pace and call the time from Camberwell to Kandahar, but I quite forgot Arcadia.
Every race and every time, he sets the pace and calls the time from Camberwell to Kandahar, but he quite forgot Arcadia.
Well, now that you've come, will you stay a while?
No, time never stands still. Time must fly. Time used to creep, but then some meddling busybody went and discovered the Americans, and the proverbial stitch in time has become chronic.
Does London belong to the Americans?
Yes, in the summer.
Ooh, I would like to see one of the monsters.
Hey, my children. When you ask to see a monster, you're asking for trouble.
We only want to see a monster.
We don't want him to stay.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, what a jolly old thing time is.
But the stories of the land beyond the river are not joyous.
And why not? The people beyond the river live, and is there not joy in everything that has life?
The shadow-dappled mead is sweet with scent of thyme. The shepherd tunes his reed to rippling rhythmic rhyme.
The swallows swoop and fly, the grass grows rich and rife, the brook goes babbling by, a lilt with laughing life.
So take your pleasure, mingle love with leisure. Life's a dainty measure for a dancing feet. For nature smiling with a charm beguiling, with the sun on the dew, and the lark in the blue, and the joy of life, the joy of life all the wide world through.
He has for dells ablaze, the crimson
what that speck is in the sky?
It looks like a big bird, bigger than an eagle.
What can it be?
Oh, see, it swoops down upon us.
Look, a speck above us, hanging on gigantic wing. Oh, eternal gods who love us, save us from the awful thing. For it's coming, 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 wheeling, wheeling in its flight. Moving, trooping, swooping, whooping, like a hum in the night. See upon its back is riding something in a mortal shape. Hopping, bumping, creeping, leaping, twisting like a frenzy ape. It's upon us, it's upon us.
Talk about the fall of man. I never knew I could sink so low in so short a time. I wonder where I am. It looks like the Garden of Eden.
Hail, stranger! Hail!
Adam with a couple of Eves.
Hail.
Hail, hail.
Hail!
I don't care if it snows, but you know your own climate best. What place is this?
This is Arcadia.
It wasn't on the map. Could you recommend me to a good hotel, Mr. What's your name?
Astrophel.
Oh, excuse me. Which is Mrs. Astronaut?
Mrs. In Arcadia, we don't know it. Mrs. is.
Lucky beggar.
This is Sombra, this is Crysaea, and this is Strephon.
Good morrow, ladies. Are you well?
Have you come from time?
No, from London.
London?
I see you've heard of our wicked little village.
It's one of the monsters.
Monster? Well, I like that. Oh, it's the aeroplane suit. Girls, wait till you see me in frock coat and top hat walking in Bond Street.
Bond Street?
Yes, you've heard of Bond Street? Piccadilly? Then you've never heard of Smith and Company, London's largest caterers. No? Oxford Street? Regent Street? Why, don't you know what shops are?
Let's not laugh at our guest. Let us offer him refreshment.
Here is a draught of water from our blessed well.
This isn't a christening. I want something to drink.
But it is from our blessed well.
He can blessed well have it. I'll have something to eat instead. What do you say to a nice bite of lamb?
You would bite a lamb?
You don't suppose I'd swallow it whole, do you?
Bite a lamb? Oh, monster, we'd as soon think of biting you.
You do, and I'll bite you back. Never mind the lamb. I'll have a little bird.
You eat birds? The happy birds who tell us their rapturous thoughts when we sit in the bower of love?
Go on. Talking lambs, talking birds, bowers of love. I'll buy the place. Tell me, who's the master?
Our masters can.
What, Peter? Ha, where's the young fellow to be found?
In every hill and dale, in every tree, in every running brook. The whole world is his mansion, and the fields are his garden.
With a melody enthralling loud the woodland echoes ring. Hark the pipes of Pan are calling with a merry lilting swing. Hear the joyous caroling, flowing, growing, rising, falling. Youth and joy must have their fling when the pipes of Pan are calling.
Are you sure you won't take a drink?
Oh, dear. You know, somehow water always makes me so frightfully heady. Whiskey's not in it. Worse luck. May I come and sit down by you? You don't mind me putting my arm around you?
No, I like it. I am small and frail. It is good to be enfolded in strong arms.
I'm going to have the time of my life here.
Tell me, don't you wish you were handsome like Astrophel?
Well, let's put the lid on it. I'm fed up with this Mr. Asphalt. He'd wear a worried look if he could see us now.
Why should he be worried?
Jolly well serves him right. He's gone off with the other girl. He's no right to be jealous.
What is jealousy?
You don't know what jealousy is?
No.
Well, it's the friendship that one woman has for another.
We've never heard of it in Arcadia.
Never mind, we'll soon put that right. Well, you see, he's left with Miss Chrysea because he loves her.
Of course. He loves us both.
Oh, yes, that's what he told you, but it isn't what he told me. He only loves Chrysea.
Astrophel no longer loves me? If Astrophel no longer cares for me, then I no longer care to live. Oh, you! How could you do this to me, my twin sister, whom I love so dear?
What is it? What has happened? Oh, dear brother, comfort her.
It's true. It's true. You've ceased to care for me. You only care for her. I hate you both!
Sombra! Sombra? What has changed you? You know I love you. And no one can tell you that I've ceased to love you. Or I'd be that impious thing. A lie!
Then he has told a lie.
A lie! A lie! He has told a lie!
Well, you needn't make a song about it. It's only a little one. My word, if you lived in London, you'd be singing all day.
What's to be done with him?
We must wash him in the well of truth.
The well of truth?
Yes. Put him in the well.
Put him in the well!
You don't suppose I've come 50 million miles in an aeroplane to be bathed, do you?
You must. Seize him!
But I haven't got a loofah.
What shall we do with him? What is the penalty properly due to him? Off and away with him, down with him, out with him, vanish. The thing that he carries about with him, none of me purified, inwardly clarified, mentally clarified, morally scarified. Off to the spring with him, going down well with him, into the well with him, into the well with him. All alike, down with him, in with him, bury the terrible weight of the sin with him, into the spring with him, off to the spell, off and away with him, hurry him, carry him, worry him, worry him, worry him, worry him, worry him, worry him into the well.
Have you found truth?
Yes! And she's pinched all my clothes. Oh, she's got my whiskers now. Oh, let me come up. I will be good.
Let him come up.
Well, excuse me, ladies. Oh, I say, I feel so young.
Now that you are made over again, you must have a new name. I name you Simplicitas. You shall be young forever.
Young forever? That settles it. I'm not going back to my old woman. I'm a case of complete reformation. I've drunk of Antiquity's cup, though I went through enforced liquidation before I was fully wound up. From truth as official receiver, I've got, as you see, a clean sheet. For I've drunk every drop in her old bucket shop, and my new reconstruction's complete.
His new reconstruction's complete.
Simplicitas, that's what they've christened me. An out Arcadian, henceforth I mean to be. Fair Amaryllis, I'll pursue. I'm rather sweet on Sombra too. Chrysea looks a likely lass, they call me sweet Simplicitas. Over mountain and meadow I'll wander, with nature I love to commune, and there's nothing of which I am fonder than plucking the snowdrop in June. In the shade of the tall Caticura, I'll lie in some sheltering nook, where the bulrush is out and the cowslips about and the cuckoo's beginning to cook.
The cuckoo's beginning to cook.
Simplicitas, that's what they've christened me. An out Arcadian, henceforth I mean to be. How sweet to hear the ring dove ring, and watch the crickets cricketing. In joys like these my time I'll pass, they call me sweet Simplicitas. Fancy my being an Arcadian. When I think of London and my wife Maria, I feel that up to now I've been simply wasting my time.
Why, are they all as wicked in London as you were?
Wicked? If you heard them in Fleet Street, you'd have a fit.
Oh, then you shall go back and convert them. That shall be your mission.
But I'm not in the missionary business. And now that I can't tell a lie, I'm utterly ruined for any kind of business in London.
You must go back, and I will go with you.
So will I.
Well, that'd be nice if we met Maria, but I really can't go. I've lost my plane.
He that brought you will take you back. You must go. It is time.
You called me? The gentleman from London. Oh, you washed him up very well. His own mother wouldn't know him.
It isn't my mother that worries me, but if Maria should see me in these trousers...
Come.
I'm sorry, but I've just remembered that I have forgotten...
Be careful. When you tell a lie, your wrinkles, your whiskers, and your ugliness will come back to you.
Come, take us to the land of monsters. We want to make them all like him.
Very well. We'll find them all at Askwood.
Askwood Racecourse? In these trousers? I say, truth. I left a pair of trousers down there to be cleaned and pressed. Send them up at once, please.
No time for that. Come.
Bring
what's it matter anyway? Where our horses like the present, where our courses half so pleasant, not a race we care to miss, we repeat with emphasis. Where's the sport for beer or present, fit to be compared with this? That's all over while the shouting A's and Clover B is doubting how he's ever going to pay when he settles up with me. When you have a jolly outing, what's it matter anyway? We bow at the altar of fashion, we bow to the vogue of the hour. The right of the room is our passion, the might of the mode is our power. Leave dowdies their homes, fun and Harris, your Venus of breeding and birth defers to the judgment of Paris, a mixture of beauty and worth. We bow at the altar of fashion, we bow to the vogue of the hour. The right of the robe is a passion, the might of the mode is a power. Leave dowdies their homes, fun and Paris, your Venus of breeding and birth defers to the judgment of Paris, a mixture of beauty and worth. Of the smart set with the scions, plain and wealthy, poor but commonly. Here are Montague and Lions, here are Marchbanks, Merle and Cholmondeley. Though the spelling of our names is white enough to drive you silly, we're the Johnnies of St. James's, we're the pick of Piccadilly, we're the pick of Piccadilly. Then it's with the silent and wealthy, old and kindly. We're a Montague and Lions, we're a Marchbanks, Merle and Cholmondeley. Oh, the spelling of our names is white enough to drive you silly. We're the Johnnies of St. James's, we're the pick of Piccadilly, we're the pick of Piccadilly. That's all over while the shouting A's and Clover B is doubting how he's ever going to pay when he settles up with me. When you have a jolly outing, what's it matter anyway? What's it matter anyway?
And now, what's the next race?
It's the Derby, the Corinthian Stakes.
Yes, the favorite is Sir George Paddock's Bella. Do you think Jack Meadows has a chance with the Deuce?
Oh, not against Paddock's luck. If poor old Jack could have ridden the beast himself, he might have stood a chance. But the Deuce threw him at exercise this morning.
Then you think that Bella is a sure bet?
Oh, certainly. Bella is sure to win. If I back something else.
Is that the best tip you can give us?
No. The best tip is, if you've got any money, you stick to it. I've tried every sort and kind of sport, and racing is quite the best. Just give me a horse and name the course, and you can have all the rest. A jolly good thing, a sporting ring, a tip on the strict QT, and give us a run at 10 to 1 to win it, or 1, 2, 3. Back your fancy, come and have a gamble. But look at the price just once or twice before you join the scramble. Wait until your chicks have hatched before you count them up. There's many a slip between the tip and the horse that wins the cup.
Back your fancy, come and have a gamble. Just look at the price just once or twice before you join the scramble. Wait until your chicks are hatched before you count them up. There's many a slip between the tip and the horse that wins the cup. When first you begin, you risk your tin according to Captain Co. And try you a cert and put your shirt on something you think you know.
part of the game. We've done the same when betting we first began. The winner you spot, a name has got. They call it the also-ran. Back your fancy, come and have a gamble. But look at the price just once or twice before you join the scramble. Wait until your chicks are hatched before you count the bar. There's many a slip between the tip and the horse that wins the cup.
Back your fancy, come and have a gamble. Just look at the price just once or twice before you join the scramble.
Wait until your chicks are hatched before you count them up. There's many a slip between the tip and the horse that wins the cup.
Hello, Bobby.
Oh, hello, Jack. How's the arm?
Well enough to smash you with, but not well enough to ride the deuce.
Oh, that's hard luck. If he hadn't thrown you this morning, you might easily have won the race.
Might. Oh, I will.
Oh, how? Have you found any idiot mad enough to ride the brute?
Of course, Peter Duty.
Peter Duty? I'll back him to come in last oftener than any man on the turf.
Well, it was too late to get anyone else. Besides, Duty's my stable boy. He knows the horse.
Oh, but he'll never hold him. Jack, your luck worries me.
Do you know her, over there? The one talking to Paddock. Who is she?
Oh, she's a Miss Cavanagh, a niece of that chap Smith, the caterer who runs the hotels.
She's looking this way. Joe, did you ever see a smile like that?
Oh, forget her. They tell me you lost £600 last night to Paddock at bridge.
Yes, I thought they were blue. I say, Bobby, she's got blue eyes and lovely hair. Bobby, I'm going to marry that girl.
Rot. You've seen her for 5 minutes, never even been introduced to her, and now you want to marry her?
I didn't say I want to.
Well, what then?
I'm going to.
You're mad. If you're betting on that beast of yours today, Paddock will just about finish you.
Hello, you chaps. Who's taking my name in vain?
Bobby says you're bound to win the race.
Oh, jolly good tip. You can't persuade any decent jockey to ride the deuce. Oh, scratch the brute. Don't be a fool.
Thanks, but don't be so rude to fools, Paddock. You might find it hard to get a living without them.
Look here, I've had enough of you, Meadows.
Shh. Here's Miss Cavanagh.
Oh, Sir George,
Allow me. Mr. Meadows. Miss Cavanagh.
I'm so glad to meet you. First bit of luck I've had all week.
do you believe in luck?
I didn't, but I do now.
There you are. Hello, Mr. Meadows. I've heard you've sprained your wrist and lost your chance of winning the race. Well, what I say is, enjoy life while you can, for when you can't, you won't be able to. Nice weather, ain't it?
Is Mr. Smith coming here?
Oh, no, he's in foreign parts, gone mad on those aeroplanes he has.
What about lunch? If you take my tip, Meadows, instead of wasting your money, you'll hedge a bit of that 1,000 you bet with me.
Could you afford to make it 2,000?
Oh, please, don't take the bet.
Oh, here's Miss Cavanagh begging me to take pity on you. Well, very well. I'll let you off.
You mean you won't take the bet?
Well, if you can afford it, 2,000.
Did I say 2? Let's make it 5.
Jack?
Oh, good business. Shall we leave, Miss Cavanagh?
Thank you. I don't want any lunch. I will take an apple or a pear presently.
The very thing, an Arcadian banquet.
Why, Eileen, you told me you were as empty as a little drum.
Oh, Auntie. But don't let me keep you.
All right. My appetite's not upset by trifles. 5,000. Don't forget.
Well, your simple life apples and pears don't appeal to me.
Nor me.
Oh, Mr. Meadows, I hope you didn't think me rude.
Nonsense. Are you fond of horses?
Why, in Ireland I practically live in the saddle.
You look so tremendously excited at the end of the last race. Well, at least until Paddock came up to talk to you.
You don't like Sir George?
Sir George is all right in his place, but his place is not on the side of angels.
You're awful. Auntie would
would be dreadfully cross if she heard you.
Why?
She wants me to like Sir George.
Well, tell her that the age of miracles is past.
You don't know what I like.
I know what I like.
What?
Oh, apples and pears and all that sort of thing. So do you. People who like the same thing are bound to like each other.
It doesn't always follow.
Oh, yes it does. If two people like apples, they become a pair.
Mr. Meadows, after that, you will just go and fetch me some.
All right now, Miss Cavanagh. So it is you Irish girls have the blarney.
'Tis the brogue that is the thief of the world. Still, you like it. Erin's a spot, famous for greenery, but we do not match with our scenery. We're not so green. We can make hay with you, says the colleen. Ah, get away with ya. Ah, no, stop your philandering. You can't capture the rogue. She's heard your blarney from Clare to Killarney, the dear little girl with a bit of a brogue.
Ah, now stop your philandering. You can't capture the rogue. She's heard your blarney from Clare to Killarney, the dear little girl with a bit of a brogue.
Soft are her eyes, sweet is the speech of her. Still, if you're wise, keep out of reach of her. She can beguile each mother's son of ya, sure all the while she's making fun of ya. Ah, no, stop your philandering. You can't capture the rogue. She's heard your blarney from Clare to Killarney, the dear little girl with a bit of a brogue.
Ah, now stop your philandering. You can't capture the rogue. She's heard your blarney from Clare to Killarney, the dear little girl with a bit of a brogue.
Chase her in vain, she'll get the start of you, leave it a pain, right at the heart of you, when fast and free. She's carried on with you, marry, says she. I'll be gone with ya. Ah, no, stop your philandering. You can't capture the rogue. She's heard your blarney from Clare to Killarney, the dear little girl with a bit of a brogue.
Ah, now stop your philandering. You can't capture the rogue. She's heard your blarney from Clare to Killarney, the dear little girl with a bit of a brogue.
Here's one of the jockeys. Can you give me a tip? Peter!
What, I'm blown. It's Mariah Perkins. I beg pardon, ma'am. Mrs. Smith.
Peter, well, to think of meeting you after all these years.
You've not changed a bit. You've still got that same old face that blighted my young heart at any rate.
Oh, Peter, you ain't blighted, are you?
Since Jim Smith plucked the rosebud of my affection from under my nose, life's been a cheap thing to me.
You wouldn't have found it so cheap if you'd married me. Give you my way.
Well, perhaps your husband knows best. Besides, I ride horses and he keeps restaurant. It's only fair that I take the lean and him the fat.
Peter! I hope you don't mean me.
What? Oh, I cracked a joke and I didn't even notice. And I'm so quick at humour as a rule. My motto is merry and bright, but I don't give way to it.
Go on. You must have a happy life riding winners every day.
Winners? Me? The only mounts I had was has-beens and never was's.
But don't you ever win?
May win. I've ridden since I was 16. I ain't never won a race yet. I've been arrested for loitering. The nearest I ever came to a win was at Kempton Park. I was following close on the leader when he kicked up a clod of turf and struck me in both eyes. I couldn't see a bit, but I kept on straight, thinking my horse would go past the line himself. Well, after about an hour, after I got the dirt out of my eyes, I found I was in Hyde Park. To tell you the truth, I'm a bit tired of the horse flesh. I'd like a bit of beef for a change, but if I sniff it through, I'll put on weight.
Why don't you come to our restaurant when you're in town? I'm sure Jim would find you a place in the hotel if you come.
Will he really? Tell you what, missus, if I don't win this race today, and I know I shan't, you're on.
Well, that's as good as settled. Now I'll go and back Bella.
Oh, yeah. Before you go, I'd like to say how glad I am to meet you again. It's been a little ray of sunshine to me.
You mustn't talk like that, Peter. Forget the past. Forget you ever loved me.
Yes. You're novice now, ain't you? Well, one man's meat is another man's poison.
No, I think it's going to rain.
It wouldn't be a race meeting if it didn't. Come on, Eileen, I think you'd better come with me.
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to be much.
Well, I'm not taking any chances with my 80-pound frock.
This is really altogether too funny, and the world is running out from the fame of the West. To see the people in the justice ring, a perfect mountain of the butter. See our dresses, everyone done by the foremost firms in London. Oh, their handiwork is undone every shred. Swan from head goes swings asunder, stag has got her mantle under. Fools in bottle slip and blunder, hope has fled. Each creation inundation undergoes. Do not think it shocking if the frilling and the frocking and the clogging of the stocking we expose. What a climate, we could rhyme it, say with jam. Still the torrent swelling in the flood is only running with the ordinary swelling of a dam.
Is this London? This beautiful spot? We thank thee, Pan, for this great boon.
Oh, farewell, Time. Look, he's still a-flying.
Where? What's she pointing at?
Their father Time, up there. Mariah!
Simplicitas? Where is Simplicitas?
Are you looking for the young gentleman with the legs? Well, he's pinched my parasol and bolted.
Oh, this troubles us. He was to have shown the way. Oh, dear, you are all so strange.
Is there something I can help you with? Do you want anything?
We want to transform England.
To transform?
Yes, we want to set up the truth in England and forevermore banish the lie.
Oh, I'm blessed if I can make it out. What are you, court, ballet, or traveling circus?
Let me talk to them. We are Arcadians.
There, I knew it was an advertisement.
We have come to give you truth and youth and make you as beautiful as we are.
Is it a massage oil or a hair restorer?
I will sing to them as we sing in Arcadia, with a clear voice and a light heart, that they may hear the message we bring to them. Far away in Arcady, summer never passes, nor the wind that wanders free through the bending grasses, sunbeams peeping through the shade, mint a golden treasure, dimpled youth go down the glade, hand in hand with
was a close shave. Now, where can I find a pair of trousers?
And I tell you, I want an understanding with Smith.
But I tell you, he's gone abroad.
And left you to wheedle £20,000 out of me for that failure of a hotel. But I don't advance a brass farthing until it's understood that I shall marry your niece, Eileen.
Well, I'll be glad enough when the engagement's announced. I give you my word.
Here, I say, here, let's have a look at you.
Oh, don't hurt him. Oh, what a beautiful boy.
She doesn't know me.
I must find Eileen.
And I must find some trousers.
Oh, I've got you now, my wild Arcadian boy. Come, sit beside me. Tell me, what is your name?
Simplicitas.
Simplicitas. You do remind me of my Jim in his courting days. He used to call me his little jam roll.
Jam roll. More like a steamroller now. Mariah, do you know, I never knew that you could be so nice.
Why, how do you know my name?
Well, it's Mariah.
You know, I do like to hear you say Mariah. It's just like my Jim used to say. Oh!
Now, what have you sat on, dearie?
Oh, I say, I do wish you'd let me put you up. We've got a big new hotel standing half empty. Smith's White Elephant, they call it. If you'd come, all of London would follow. They want a new craze.
That's a good idea. There's money in it. Mariah, I'll come. And Sombra and Chrysaea shall serve in the restaurant. We'll call it Arcadia in London.
And you can teach me to be an Arcadian.
Dearest, let us hie away together, somewhere in the backwoods of beyond, far from London's hubbubs and the seething of the suburbs, somewhere with a willow and a pond. Come where the birds are singing, come where the skies are blue, come where the grass is ringing wet with dew, come where the wavelet washes, come where the hornets hum, come in your boots or your best goloshes, only come, come, come. Sweetheart, let us wander on forever, somewhere on the borders of between. Let us build a grotto, such as Hyde Park hasn't got, oh, somewhere in the land of might have been. Come where the stream goes wending, come neath the drooping trees, come let us catch them bending in the breeze. Come where the lambkin capers, come where the doves young, come if you like, with your hair in papers, only come, come, come.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning, Judy. I say, have you seen Mr. Meadows?
Yes, I've just seen him with the Arcadian girls. He's sticking to that dark one closer than a postage stamp.
Let's go and detach him.
You'll be in time for the race, sir. You'll be wanting to see me start.
The question is, where are you going to finish?
In the hospital, I expect. No flowers.
Oh, I say, Mr. Doody, do chance.
The deuce, miss. He's the chanciest horse on the turf, but he's a flyer when nothing's upset his temper.
Is he in good temper today?
Well, I didn't like the look of his offside eye when I told him that I was going to be riding him. He threw his master this morning.
Did he now? Mr. Meadows never told me.
Perhaps not, but I heard him telling them Arcadian ladies. They seem very fond of Mr. Meadows, especially that dark one. I should keep my eye on the dark one if I were you, miss.
Oh, why should I keep an eye on her?
Well, I'm just telling you, miss. I have crossed in love myself, and I know how easy it's done.
The jockey's romance. Oh, Mr. Doody, you ought to write it. But hadn't you better go and look after your horse? Mind, you must win for my sake. You shall wear my flower for luck.
Well, that's very sweet of you, miss. It doesn't look like much of a flower, does it? Looks more like a bit of pickled cabbage. What might you call it?
Oh, love lies bleeding.
That's what I expect to be doing any minute. But I'll wear it, just because it's got such a cheerful name. It's almost like an omen, isn't it?
Ah, there you are. Bobby says you want me?
Sure, he's dreaming.
Maybe then he thought I'd be wanting you.
He couldn't have thought that if he saw you with those Arcadian girls.
They're very nice, aren't they? But you can have too much simplicity and naturalness. I want to change.
Oh, thank you. That means that I am not simple and natural.
It means that you are an angel. I say, do you believe in love at first sight?
Is it a conundrum?
No, it's what lawyers call a leading question. The correct answer is yes.
And if I said no?
Then you lose the game. Let me ask you another question.
Well, just one more.
No, I have two more. But I won't ask the second until the Jew has won the Corinthian stakes.
And if he doesn't win?
He simply got to win, that's all. Now, suppose he has won. And if I were to propose to the nicest girl in the world, what would she say to me?
I don't think I'm good at conundrums. Let us go back to the Arcadians.
No, I must go and look after my horse. But say that you'll hope I'll win.
Of course I do.
And if you really mean what I mean, I've already won all that's worth winning.
You're taking such good care of me, I'm not inclined to set you free.
There's nothing that I wouldn't do to win a kindly word from you.
Oh, very well, then I admit I like you just a tiny bit.
When first I saw your face, I vowed you were the dearest. Dash the crowd. It's nice and warm, I think that we shall have a lovely day.
Very, very warm for me.
80 in the shade, they say.
Just fancy.
It almost looks as though the sun had really come to stay. Oh, what very charming weather.
It's nice and warm, I think that we shall have a lovely day.
Very, very warm for me.
80 in the shade, they say. Just fancy.
It almost looks as though the sun had really come to stay. Oh, what very charming weather. Thank goodness they have gone away. I've something I should like to say.
I want to hear it, I confess. I'm sure that I could never guess.
It's all the word to me, although the answer's simply yes or no.
You haven't made it very plain. Oh, bother, here they are again.
It's nice and warm, I think that we shall have a lovely day.
Very, very warm for May.
80 in the shade, they say.
Just fancy.
It almost looks as though the sun had really come to stay. Oh, what very charming weather. It's nice and warm, I think that we shall have a lovely day. Very, very warm for May. 80 in the shade, they say. Just fancy. It almost looks as though the sun had really come to stay. Oh, what very charming weather.
refuse his savage duty. He cannot ride.
Oh, my infernal luck!
Oh, he's nearly torn him to pieces, the brute.
Oh, don't say that. I am sure it was all a misunderstanding. The rider did not understand. That is why the horse fit him.
Well, anyway, I'm out.
Is it impossible to get anybody to ride him?
Nobody would be fool enough to try.
If you want the horse to race, I will find a rider.
You? Well...
Yes, and he will win. It is quite easy. I am so glad to do this for you.
If you can do this, well, I don't know how I can ever thank you.
Why, that is easy too. Just kiss me as Astrophel kisses me.
Well!
Oh, but you don't understand what the girl is going to do for me.
It's no strain to the imagination.
If you'd only let me explain.
Really, Mr. Meadows, there's no need to explain.
Your friend is troubled, but I am going to help him. You see, because I love him.
Oh, this is too much.
Oh, if you would only allow me to ask you the...
If I were you, Mr. Meadows, I should not ask any more questions today.
But the question I was going to ask you after the race.
You'd better ask someone who's more likely to say yes.
Oh.
What is the matter? I don't understand.
Ah, Sombra, this child there is work for us to do.
Yes, I know. The horses.
The horses? No. The restaurant, the Arcadia.
Oh, but the deuce. Haven't you heard? Mr. Meadows is in great trouble, and the deuce is nearly broken-hearted.
Who told you so?
The deuce?
What? Oh, I'd forgotten that we Arcadians can talk to animals. Go on.
So, I have promised him that he shall race, and the deuce has promised that if a friend of mine rides him, he will win.
The deuce he did. The deuce? He did? You'd better find somebody quickly, because we're off.
I have found someone.
That's good. Who?
You.
What? No. Not in these. Besides, I've never ridden a horse in my life.
It's nothing to do with the rider. It's all arranged beforehand who will win.
Who arranges the winners? Don't say it's those jockeys.
No, it's the horses.
The horses? Who told you that?
The deuce did. He's going to win.
Did he tell you what would be second and third?
Yes. He will win by a short head from Bella the Virgin, and Cow's tail will be all behind and a bad third.
But won't the deuce throw me?
No, he will carry you home.
Good. I'll do it.
Now I must find Mr. Meadows and tell him the good news.
I'll ride the deuce. I'll ride the deuce.
Oh, it's splendid.
Really? Have you seen anything of a horse about here?
No, excuse me for asking, but what are you?
Well, a quarter of an hour ago, I was a jockey. I just had my last mount.
I'm just going to have my first. I'm going to ride a horse called the Deuce.
I thought I was going to ride him. He didn't. Look at the result.
But I thought he was a quiet little thing.
Yeah, you may as well have this. It's a flower a lady gave me to bring me luck.
Ah, that's better. What do you call it?
She said it was something about lying on the ground and bleeding.
Oh, come along, ladies. Here he is. Isn't he brave? Let me look at my wild Arcadian hero. He is fair trembling to be off, ain't you?
Oh, yes. I'll soon be off.
Where's the chap? I say, this is awfully plucky of you.
Anybody have any duct tape?
No more bets. My book is full.
No, I had one more bet.
It's not a penny. Have you all gone mad?
Horses are out, see there they go, the fun is about to start, and so we hustle and screw to get a good view. On a forward position for seeing the show, the starter is there, we take
He's lining them up to run for the cup. His orders are curt, though his manners are bland. His orders are curt, though his manners are bland. Are curt, though his manners are bland.
There they are, all in a line.
I say, Paddock, just look at your Bella. She is kicking in all directions. She is no lady. And there is the Jew standing like a perfect gentleman.
And my hero sitting on him like Patience on a tombstone.
Yes, the deuce is quiet enough. Now.
They're off! They're off! Oh, splendid start, all together.
The Deuce is still at the starting gate.
What a perfect gentleman.
Just look at that crazy shepherd.
What's he doing?
He's going to sleep.
See, the Deuce is off.
He's going like greased lightning.
Look at Sapphira, still leading.
Oh, sit tight, you blighter. Don't lose your head or you'll lose your mouth. No!
Bella!
Come along, Bella!
The Deuce is catching them.
Come on, Deuce! Move your bloomin' arse!
Come along, Bella! Bella!
Cow's tail!
Bella! Bella!
Bella! The Deuce has caught Cow's tail!
What's that?
Where?
What next to Bear?
It's the Deuce.
They're neck and neck.
They're neck to neck?
The Deuce! The Deuce! The Deuce!
Bella! Bella! Bella!
The Deuce!
and pearls, dainty maids all brushes and curls, to flirt with the tease and banter. Here's a show that rocks into fits, Piccadilly, Carlton or Ritz. Every chap who tries it admits it wants away in a canter.
We are weary of Piccadilly, for Arcadian life we yearn. If you're willing to teach a pupil each, we're willing to live and learn. We're fairly fed up with London, for boredom we seek release. We're keen as a knife on the simple life.
The simple life.
A simple life. We're keen as a knife on the simple life. A dear little nymph of peace.
A dear little nymph of peace.
We want to be Arcadian if you'll only show the way. We want to start today without the least delay. In half a jiff we'll join you if you'll only show us how. Women in wine will all resign for Nixon nectar now.
We want to be Arcadian if you'll only show the way. We want to start today without the least delay. In half a jiff they'll join us if you'll only show us how. Women in wine will all resign for Nixon nectar.
This is the Arcadian.
Yes, they've made it the most popular restaurant in London.
Say, can you tell me where the Arcadian girls hang out?
I'm an Arcadian girl.
Why, say, I wish you'd let me show you around the town.
Thanks, but I know it all. When first I came to London town, I thought it ugly, old and brown. The people too would battle through. That's what I thought, you see. But on acquaintanceship I find that London men are good and kind. For when I see them in the street, they always smile at me. I like London, I like town. I cannot understand why people run it down, although it does the wicked things and leaves the good things undone. I'm very, very fond of London. Each man who comes within my reach, I do my very best to teach that love is king of everything, to which they all agree. The rudiments they learn at once, I haven't met a single dance. The kissing part they know by heart. They start by kissing me. I like London, I like town. I cannot understand why people run it down, although it does the wicked things and leaves the good things undone. I'm very, very fond of London.
I like London,
I like town. I cannot understand why people run it down, although it does the wicked things and leaves the good things undone. I'm very, very fond of London.
Congratulations, this looks successful. And what do you call this room?
Oh, this is the Bower of Love. It's designed after a resort in Arcadia, where Mr. Simplicitas used to spend most of his evenings.
Well, he doesn't seem to spend them here. I meet him all over town.
Yes, he's very busy with his propaganda, as he calls it. This is the Well of Truth, copied from the one he used to bathe in as a boy in Arcadia.
Oh, you must excuse me. I must find Eileen. We're having supper. Mustn't keep a lady waiting, you know.
Simplicitas?
Yes, I've got a few questions about that.
Why cannot they understand the truth we have come here to teach? These flowers have no voices. These trees no kindly faces. It is all false.
Oh, it's very funny, isn't it? Mariah, I'll blame you for this. I can't stand it. I ask you a simple question as man to man. Do I look like an Arcadian?
I don't know what you look like. Turn around. You said you wanted to work in the restaurant.
Restaurant? More like an high-class greengrocer's. Well, Arcadia, I did not expect to be dressed like Robinson Crusoe and fed on nuts.
Well, I'll see what Mr. Simplicitas can do for you.
Look here, Mariah. It sounds to me like you're in love with Simplicitas.
Oh, Peter, I'm afraid I am. Oh, my guilty passion.
Oh, that's right. Let yourself go. You've been crossed in love, and so have I. You've been blighted, and I've been blighted. We're nothing but a couple of blighters.
Oh, you what?
Hello, Jack. Seen a ghost?
Bobby, she's here.
Who?
Eileen, but every time I try to get a word with her, I find myself face to face with Paddock.
Oh, here she comes. And no Paddock.
Clear out, then. I must speak to her alone. Leave it to me.
Oh, good evening. Do you come here often?
Yes, pretty often.
These Arcadian girls are very pretty, aren't they?
I don't think I've noticed.
You were more noticing at Askwood. I suppose you're quite converted to this new cult of the simple life.
Yes. Ever since Askwood, I've been simply mad about it. You know, nuts and bananas and truth and simplicity and all that sort of thing. By the way, we never had that Arcadian banquet that you promised me. Let us have it now.
Thanks. I'm already engaged.
Well, can't you make an appointment?
Is it possible for you to tear yourself away from all of this?
Yes. And never think of it? All I want is to be with you. Tell me when you've got an hour to spare, then we'll fix up when to meet and where.
I should like to make it very soon, say perhaps tomorrow afternoon.
We'll compare engagement books and see what day both of us are free. On Monday,
I must go shopping.
on Tuesday,
I've calls to pay.
on Wednesday,
I must go to luncheon.
on Thursday,
I'm booked all day.
on Friday,
I've heaps of appointments that somehow I must get through. But I've nothing much to do on Saturday, so I'll meet you at 2:30. Shall I come and meet you all alone, or do you think I need a chaperone?
chaperone should never be allowed to be is always such a fearful crowd. What about the place of rendezvous?
That's a thing I leave to you.
I'll meet you at Hyde Park Corner. I'll meet you in Rotten Row. We might try the British Museum, but perhaps that's a trifle alone. Shall we go to the Tower of London, unless you prefer the zoo?
Why, the animals are fed there on Saturday,
so we'll lunch there at 2:30. Looking forward to Saturday, and I'll meet you at 2:30.
Any orders?
Yes. Would you like some peaches? Yeah, 2 peaches. Bring us some peaches.
2 peaches.
Why, it's Mr. Doody.
How are you, miss? We don't see much of you here, do we?
No, and we don't want to see much of you.
Mr. Meadows will have his little joke. Me and him's the life of the place, we are.
You remember the question I was going to ask you at Askwood? I've never had the chance to get near you since, but I must ask you. What the devil have you got there?
The 2 peaches, sir.
Take them away, man.
Oh, you want them, sir?
Of course I don't.
I'm awfully sorry, miss. It's my fault, but Mr. Meadows does have such fun with our girls. He calls them all his little peaches. Oh, we're giving you away, have I?
Giving me away? But you know I'm...
No. Oh, here you are. So this is your little game, eh, Meadows?
Oh, no. Mr. Meadows is only here for the peaches. No more betting and racing and that sort of thing. Only peaches and that sort of thing.
Oh, just...
I say, Miss Cavanagh, your badinage is simply delightful.
When it comes to flowers, you men simply have no idea what a girl really wants. When I wander in my garden, each little flower I see, sunshine makes them everyone shine, all nod their heads at me. There are pansies and pinks, there's a daisy that winks at the violet under the wall. Each is fair in her way, you can choose what you may, but for me there's a queen of them all. But for me there's a queen of them all. I'm so tired of violets, take them all away. Lilies are frail and a trifle pale, and the tulips much too gay. Just one blossom I adore, fairest flower that grows. If my heart you would win and you want to begin, bring me a rose. I'm so tired of violets, take them all away. Lilies are frail and a trifle pale, and the tulips much too gay. Just one blossom I adore, fairest flower that grows. If my heart you would win and you want to begin, bring me a rose. I've seen every baby blossom tucked in its nice warm bed, glowing, every color showing, purple and green and red. There are dahlias and stocks, there are tall hollyhocks, and a peony blushing and fair. Each is charming, I know, but wherever I go, there is one that's beyond all compare. There is one that's beyond all compare. I'm so tired of violets, take them all away. Lilies are pale and a trifle frail, and the tulips much too gay. Just one blossom I adore, it seems they just don't understand. Perhaps you can help them. I'm so tired of violets. Take them all away. Lilies are frail and a trifle pale, and the tulips much too gay. Just one blossom I adore, fairest flower that grows. If my heart you would win and you want to begin, bring me a rose.
Well, supper's ready. Allow me.
Ah, ladies, I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Only an hour or two.
I'm so sorry, but there's been a bit of a run on me today. You've heard of me, of course. I'm London's latest whim. I've made a hit, in fact I'm it, or rather I am him. The girls all chase me round, I've not an hour to spare. And when I wish to be alone, they ring me up by telephone. Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
And ladies whisper, are you there? Oh, naughty, naughty one Mayfair. All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, shilly, I'm fancy free. So though they try to win and woo me, though in thousands they pursue me, they can't catch me.
All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, shilly, I'm fancy free. So though the colonels win and woo me, though in thousands they pursue me, they can't catch me.
Thank you very much. With Lady Vere, I'm quite a household pet. I've been pursued by Ermintrude and kissed by Violet. With Ethelwyn and Maud, I'm very much all there. And Christabel rang up to say, come round to lunch at Holloway. Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
Her feeding too she wants to share with naughty, naughty one Mayfair. All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, shilly, I'm fancy free. So though they try to suffragette me, I don't think they'll ever get me. They can't catch me.
All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, shilly, I'm fancy free. So though they try to suffragette me, I don't think they'll ever get me. They can't catch me.
I'm having the time of my life. Half London at my feet and the other half round my neck. But there is one little drawback. I mustn't tell a lie, and the strain is telling on me. If I could only put my hand on a good, solid, substantial lyre. Hello, Jack. I was just thinking about you. I once did you a rather good turn, didn't I?
You did. I haven't forgotten. You rode my horse.
And we won. Now, I'm in a bit of a fix myself. You see, Sombra and Crysaea are so inquisitive, there are a lot of things they don't know.
And a lot of things you don't want them to know.
Yes. Now, in case they ask me any awkward questions, I want you to back me up.
Certainly.
Very good.
Simplicitas, I have been looking for you everywhere. People say that you do not seek the truth.
Well, Sombra, you wound me. I will not attempt to vindicate myself. I will leave it to another. Now, sir, Did we not go last night to all the places where the simple life was most needed?
Certainly.
Did I not wrestle in the spirit with the swain of those places and uplift my voice in the halls of music?
You did.
And when the sun was rising in the east, did I desist?
No.
No! 1,000 times no! I shall believe myself in a minute.
Oh, Jack, and you also worked all night to help the truth?
Yes, Oh, no, hang it all,
How could I ever have doubted?
She's a nice lady.
What? Again?
Oh, I was just... Well, you don't understand.
I understand perfectly. More of your simple Arcadian games.
You know what these Arcadians are. Now then, Simplicitas. Didn't I especially ask the girl not to kiss me?
Certainly not. I must not tell a lie.
Oh, this is too much. I despise a man who would try to vindicate himself by tempting this simple, honest fellow to falsehood.
But Eileen, you don't understand.
Don't speak to me again.
So you're the simple, honest fellow whom I beguiled to falsehood?
Well, let me tear him limb from limb.
Not in these trousers.
Oh, then I'll break every bone in your body.
You can't. I've been filleted. Now, Jess, don't get excited. Look at me. I'm not angry. Why? Because I always tell the truth. If I need a little convenience of the other sort, I appeal to my friends. Take my word for it. Lying is always better done by proxy.
Though truth is not in great demand for daily use throughout the land, so high a moral biases that weighs like Ananias's we cannot understand.
Whenever you are in a hole, a falsehood plays a useful role.
To meet all such discrepancies, we find a fine of frappancies effective as a toll.
It's most effective as a toll. Truth is so beautiful, if only people would believe it. Though rather difficult, with perseverance you'll achieve it. Even society, with toleration, will receive it. So if it really doesn't hurt you, do tell the truth.
Where lovely woman reigns supreme, a falsehood one would never dream. Yet scandal by some oddity when serving anybody appears to add the cream.
So ladies who the truth amend, and fact with fiction freely blend.
Incumbent upon you it is to check such incongruities when you discuss a friend.
When you discuss a friend. Truth is so beautiful, if only people would believe it. Though rather difficult, with perseverance you'll achieve it. Even society, with toleration will receive it. So if it really doesn't hurt you, do tell the truth.
I've been thinking things over. You look a nice, clean, quiet, respectable sort of girl. I'm gonna better your position. To start off with, how would you like to marry me?
I marry you? Never.
Well, what's she laughing at? I'm too merry and bright. That's what's the matter with me. I must really settle down and try to become more serious. I've always been since quite a lad, cheery and gay when things were bad. That is a way I've always had. is a grey one. I've often said to myself, I said, cheer up, Collie, you'll soon be dead. A short life on a gay one. Frolic and mirth all sway with me, but when I suffer from ennui, I go across to gay Paris. Maybe je n'ai pens pas. I to your jolly and gay. Look around and then voila, everything's comme ci, comme ça. My accent is and her a fait français one. I'm pomme de terre and I'm comme il faut, and I think that's just about all I know. Un corvi et un guy one. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's a dark cloud hanging over your life, you gotta sing this song with me right now to chase them all away. I've got a mother, always merry and bright. Look around and you will find every cloud is silver line. The sun will shine, although the sky's a grey one. I've often said to myself, I said, cheer up, Collie, you'll soon be dead. A short life and a gay one. Tra la 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 la.
And you're sure you're not in love with him?
We love all men, but our love, as you mean it, with none.
But then, why kiss him?
Why don't you?
Well, because
you are in love with him. That is the difference. He is coming. Eileen wants to speak to you. Go to him.
I can't. He ought to speak first.
Go to her.
I can't. She ought to speak first.
Then I must speak for both of you. Let me bring you together. I know the folly and pain of jealousy. Simplicitas brought it with him to Arcadia, and I have brought it to you. It is a false thing, born of pride and selfishness. They do not need the light. The love light in their eyes is all they need.
Oh, the lights have gone out.
How pretty you are.
What, in the dark?
In any light. Eileen, can you give me the answer to the question I promised to ask you if the juice won?
There's my hand.
You give it to me?
Not until you've asked for it.
If that's all you're waiting for, why, you know I love you.
How could I know? You've never said so.
Haven't I? Then I will.
I think the darkness has served its purpose. They are happy. That is good. Chrysea and I will go back to the whispering trees, the murmuring brooks, and the deep, dark earth of Arcadia.
pretty muddle you've made of it.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Oh, nothing's wrong. Except Eileen just told me that she's engaged to that fellow, Meadows.
Yes, I brought them together.
Confound you and your meddling.
I'm very sorry, Sir George.
Sorry be hanged. You're feathering your nest and making money out of the Arcadians. Yes, you're being exploited. And
money?
Yes, you're being exploited and at the cheapest rate. Do you think anyone gives a tuppence for the simple life and believes what you preach? If ever I have seen an impostor in all my life, Simplicitas is the biggest. What a satisfaction it would be to wring his internal neck. And so, good night to the lot of you.
Do you think that Simplicitas would deceive me? He told the lie when he first came to Arcadia, but we thought we had cured him when we put him down the well.
Down the well?
Yes, the well of truth. It changed all his outward shape, and we thought it had changed his heart. He was old and wrinkled.
Where did he come from?
Oh, from London. He came on the wings of a great white bird that flew fast and had no life.
Did he mention a wife?
Oh, no. He only said something about an old woman.
Peter, it's Jim.
I think so too. If it is him, you leave it to me. I've got an idea.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. Come to my arms.
Stop that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Didn't you know that her husband, Jim Smith, came home last night?
Last night? Last night? Why, you... It's worse than bigamy. I'll have a divorce.
Why should you worry?
Do you think I'll let my wife go to my husband? My husband go to another man's wife? No, when another man's... Madam, do you know who you're talking to?
No. But you talk just like my Jim when he said someone pushed him down a well and took his whiskers.
Whiskers? Maybe you left your whiskers down there.
I never had any whiskers. I've told a lie.
Peter, you'll drown! Jim! Your uncle, my dear Jim!
Look out, everyone. Here he comes.
Smith! It is Jim, my husband. And I kissed him. Oh, the shame of it.
Mariah.
And so it was you carrying on with those nymphs.
And what about you carrying on with me?
Well, Jim...
Better call it quits, Mariah.
He has come back to his people. Let us hear the mass. Come, Chrysaea, the pipes of Pan are calling. Our mission here has failed.
Oh, don't say that. Sure now, haven't you brought us together?
And you've taught the rest of us a very valuable lesson. No matter what the circumstances, if it doesn't get you into trouble.
If it doesn't lose you money.
If it doesn't upset the one you love.
If it doesn't ruin your marriage.
And if it keeps you cheerful.
Always tell the truth. Truth is so beautiful, if only people would believe it. Though rather difficult, with perseverance you'll achieve it. Even society, with toleration will receive it. So if it really doesn't hurt you, do tell the truth.
Thank you for coming this afternoon. You've been a wonderful audience. Our next main stage production will be Die Fledermaus in March at the Montgomery Theater. And our next discovery will be Victor Herbert's very first operetta hit, The Serenade, which will play right here in July. We invite you all to come. Now, keeping with our 34-year-old lyric theater tradition, we'll all be out in the lobby to greet you and to give you our own personal thank you. Well, thank you very much.
I'm London's latest whim. I've made a hit, in fact I'm it, or rather I am him. The girls all chase me round, I've not an hour to spare. And when I wish to be alone, they ring me up by telephone. Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
And ladies whisper, are you there? Oh, naughty, naughty one Mayfair. All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, shilly, I'm fancy free. So though they try to win and woo me, though in thousands they pursue me, they can't catch me.
All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by a park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, I'm fancy free. So though they try to win and woo me, though in thousands they pursue me, they can't catch me.
Thank you very much. With Lady Vere, I'm quite a household pet. I've been pursued by Ermintrude and kissed by Violet. With Ethelwyn and Maud, I'm very much all there. And Christabel rang up to say, come round to lunch at Holloway. Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
Oh, naughty one Mayfair.
Her feeding too she wants to share with naughty, naughty one Mayfair. All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, I'm fancy free. So though they try to suffragette me, I don't think they'll ever get me. They can't catch me.
All down Piccadilly, dilly, 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 round by the park. You'll see ladies running after little Willie till it gets dark. I just simply shilly, I'm fancy